classy host. Psych. I lied. No,
Thank you, everybody. I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you, Pamela and Dwight and the Green Party that came out, and my friends, the Friends of Mozambique who are here, the musicians, everyone. Thank you so much, family. I took some notes here, and so I don't forget what I'm going to say. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about why I am doing what I am doing. And I would like Philly really to listen up, because we have a real, we're on the precipice, I believe, from my observations and my analysis as a retired analytical chemist. We got an environmental issue that I think we need to pay attention to. So I wrote some notes down here that help me to, kind of talk about it in some sort of chronology. So I've been back to Philadelphia since 2007, and I've noticed that since I've come back, I left in 1970, but we don't have the insect population, the lightning bugs that we grew up with, pulling their little things apart, that was awful. But they were there, they were abundant. I haven't seen them in almost a decade. Every now and then you see one or two, okay? They used to be very abundant. The other thing I noticed was that wintertime, the pigeons are not around. And I feed pigeons in the winter, so I know that they do not fly south for the winter and hibernate. I also waited for spring and summer to come around because I planted a peach tree, 7 years old now, and I was waiting for it to fruit. I noticed that the leaves, it just looked anemic. So I also looked at other trees too, and they all look anemic. So these things may not seem important one at a time, but when you take them all together and then also factor in that we have not seen fog. Nobody can remember the last time clearly in Philadelphia that we have seen fog to where we have to, we used to have high beams and driving through the park. My 8-year-old grandson has never seen fog. We grew up with that weather pattern. So I would like to just say, I think something is going on. I think we might be responsible for a lot of it, because what affects fog is the topography, the surface features, and the atmosphere interacting. We're a part of nature. We are not separate from it. So when we do stuff, all of this development and land development and construction, we need to make sure that we're not impacting our environment in a negative way. Fog has always been part of our weather pattern, whether it's a day or night, overnight, morning dew, and it usually comes with drizzling rain. The rainfall has looked different too, because we don't have the cloud layer. So that fog nourishes the canopy of the trees. That's where our oxygen and our gases exchange. So we need this. We need this weather pattern. We need this for our air, our oxygen. And it's depleting. I don't know. I feel like we don't breathe the same. From the time I left, when I come back, it doesn't feel like I'm breathing the same air. And I don't have allergies. I don't have asthma. I'm in pretty good health. But I've noticed these things, and other people have too, because the asthma rates are going up. So, having said that, I have a solution for that. So let me continue on with the other thing that I've noticed. Being a retired analytical chemist, I understand that the food that we have been eating is genetically modified, chemically farmed, and pesticide laden, and it's killing us. We have another food source that I'm initiating from Mozambique, and that's one of the really exciting things that's on the horizon. We have raised Mozambique's flag for the first time in any American city. Philadelphia was that city. So we made history by raising their flag for the very first time. And the reason we did that is because, the reason is they have healthy, organic, raw, natural foods like macadamia nuts, cashews, mangoes, coconuts, papaya, citrus, and many things that I can't even call. I don't know how to say the names. But they're there, and they're ready to do business with us. So I want to be at the forefront of getting that food into our communities. So we have another source instead of the over-processed things we have on our supermarket shelves. And these things will create jobs. That will create jobs if we start doing things with our to mitigate the climate change, like planting trees, gardens, and orchards. That's the best thing we can do, because that will help put the oxygen back into our environment, and it will also take care of some of the emissions, the carbon emissions. So this is the job that I see being created from that is part of the Green New Deal that the Green Party originated initially. The Dems are trying to take it up, but I have an idea that we can actually put this together on a grassroots level, because if we start cleaning our streets, collecting rainwater, composting, recycling, planting trees, gardens, and orchards, cleaning our streets and alleys, and seasonal weather, autumn leaves, winter snow, these are jobs. And there are jobs that need to be in our community, for the community. And these are jobs that should never, ever go away. As long as we are living, as long as we need clean air to breathe, clean food to eat, healthy food, and safe water. That's another one. The water is also a concern for me, because I understand that we have lead in places like Flint and other places across the country. And that water is here too. Water's mingled. There's no way we can separate what's going on from there. It might not be the same concentration, but it's here. But not only are we talking about lead, we're talking about other contaminants. We have a lot of hospitals, a lot of people on medication, and those things get into our water as well. The pharmaceuticals from A to Z, aspirin to Zoloft is in our water. And while they may screen for lead, I'm not sure if they're screening for some of these other contaminants. I want to be on the forefront to champion these efforts. There's a lot of other things going on in our city, a lot of other problems we have, and people are trying to step up to that. But this is an area that I understand, that I know, and that I can help, because I get things done. Okay, that's what I do. So I say to you that we can create jobs by creating blocks of green jobs, a green job for every block. You know, we have 6,000 blocks in Philadelphia, maybe more. And so every block should have a green job. That is a job that is helping to sweep the streets, collect the litter, manage the rainwater, compost, feed these trees, and we can attach water to our structures. We have a lot of homes and other buildings that we can attach and capture that rainwater as well. I'm sure the city is collecting the reservoirs and all of that. But we can do that in our own homes, attach these things to our buildings, and collect that rainwater to keep our trees maintained and fed, and whatever other emergency may come down the pipe. If we are missing fog for 5 years, what's next? Because we're on an accelerated track to drought conditions. And we cannot do without rain for 5 years, okay? But we have to pay attention, because that has gradually escaped our notice. So we have to really be on guard of the things that we are doing. I can't ask everybody to do that, because people have their own situations, but I can do it. When I get into office, this is what I plan to do. I would like to introduce a bill that would guarantee these jobs will always be for the community at large, for Philadelphia. Every block, every community will have a hand in keeping the overall environment of the city healthy. Every block should be clean. We deserve that. We deserve clean water, safe water, clean and peaceful environments. So the bill that I would like to introduce would make sure that these jobs are available for the people in the community, people who are coming out of high school, people who need a second chance, people who just need a job. but these jobs should be available at any time. And I tell you, we need to get our mega corporations, our huge nonprofits, the big polluters, and we all have to have some skin in this game because we got plenty of cars that might be polluting also. But they're the biggest polluters, and they're not paying taxes, and we are. So our tax dollars can help fund this, but theirs should really pay for it. They have the biggest budget. They're not paying taxes. They're for 10 years. They need to do something to help clean up this mess that they have created. We can do it at the community, the city. If they're not going to pass laws to make these people accountable for their pollution, then we will clean it, but they will pay for it. They need to pay for it, okay? So that's what I see. So I don't want to take too much more time. Thank you very much, but that's me in a nutshell. Air, food, and water. That's what I'm going to make sure that we have, because if we don't have that, all of the other things just don't amount to a hill of beans. We can't do anything if we can't breathe, if we can't eat healthy, and if we can't drink safe water. And it's not just us. It's our children and our grandchildren who are coming up behind us. And if we don't do something now, they're going to be wondering, well, how did this happen? Why wasn't someone looking out for us? These are babies now. They're babies now. Okay? But that's right. But we have to, but it's not, that's true. But we're a city and we need to really come together and start helping each other. Because we can't, no person is an island. And if we start thinking of ourselves, just for me, I'm going to just do for me and take care of me and mine. I don't have babies anymore. I don't have children. But I want your grandchildren to have health care. I want your children to be able to have good education. I want everybody's child to have the same benefit of our tax dollars. So I'm looking out for everybody. That's what a council person at large for the city does. We're going to look out for everybody. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. So I got all of this paperwork here. I just want to say one other thing. We got a dessert table there. We got the Mozambique raffle there. I brought back some beautiful things from Mozambique. That's where we're going to get our good food. We're going to start tourism. We're going to do business with them, have business investments. They are clamoring for the African American community to come home. I'm telling you. So let's just be positive. Get some raffle tickets, get an arm, so you can see what we have. We have some artwork from an artist. I don't know who the artist is, but I was in Mozambique. The lady said, "Look at this. Do you want it?" And I said, "It's beautiful." So I have that, but I also have capulanas there. And I hope everybody can go home with something. We have quite a few things there. So get some raffle tickets, get some dessert, and let's continue on with the show. Write me in, because I'm a write-in candidate. I couldn't get on the ballot. They make it so hard for Green Party and third parties to get on. So, but that doesn't stop us from getting our message out and letting people know, let's take care of our environment. We're doing all the other things too, but we must do that. And I'll be the person that will spearhead that for you. I will be the champion for that. You get me in office and I'll take care of it. Thank you so much. All right.